my name is Lizzie, and this is Lizzie's Literary Life, and today we are doing my June JIGSAW TBR. So, JIGSAW TBR is the game that I play. I was going to say every month, but I didn't play it last month, so like most months, where I do a jigsaw puzzle and it gives me prompts that I then use to pick what I'm going to read that month. I'm going to tell you how it works, and then we have some housekeeping elements. Oh, turn on extreme battery saver. No thanks. I'll just plug in my computer after I'm done filming this. I'm not computer, phone. Anyway, here's how it works. I have this board. It doesn't have any prompts on it right now. That's one of the housekeeping items, but it will have prompts on it, 16 of them. I do a puzzle. Which ones haven't I done? I did these two, so I have these two left to do. I'll probably do this one this month, the Aurora Sleeping Beauty one. I do the puzzle on the board. First I do the edge, and then I roll a die, and that number times 10 plus, we're going to do 20 this month. Times 10 plus 20 is the amount of time that I have to complete the rest of the puzzle, not including the edge. I do it on the board. Whatever prompts are covered, whatever prompts are not covered by puzzle pieces, after the timer goes off, I have to fill with books. That's how it works. Here are the housekeeping things. Number one, I have all new prompts. Prompt cards. Let me get them. They're in this envelope. So let me get them out to show you. Here are my prompts. For example, Seal from TikTok TBR. That was the last one I wrote. From Ruby Red's TikTok TBR, I can seal a prompt. Or like TBR Vet. They're prompts. I made them all new, partly because they were getting, like, some of them were getting ripped, mostly because I spilled coffee on them, so I needed to make new ones. So I have most of the same ones I had before, and then also some new ones, which is very exciting. A name in the title, that's a new prompt. So those are my new prompts. There are new prompts. That's the first housekeeping thing. So we will be putting all 16 prompts on the board at the beginning. The other thing is that June is the month of Wonderthon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Ancient Wonders Readathon is a readathon that I myself am hosting from the 3rd to the 18th of June. If you are seeing this before the 3rd of June, please sign up. It's going to be so much fun. If you're seeing this after the 3rd of June, stay tuned, because there might be, I don't know. You can't sign up for this round, and that's all I'll say. But stay tuned. Don't give up forever. Yes, this is my TBR for Wonderthon. Wonderthon's only like half the month, so that I won't read all of these books during Wonderthon. But this is my general TBR. If you don't know, if you don't know anything about it, go watch my announcement video. If you know about it, but you don't know that I am not on a team, it's a team-based readathon, and since I'm the host, I'm not on a team, each book I read will be submitted to the team that is currently, at that time, in last place. So, I don't have a team strategy because I'm not on a team, so I'm just going to be putting my books wherever they get the most points, so I can kind of read anything and then fit prompts to fill them. That's how this works. Let's roll a die. We're going to roll a die on Demon Copperhead. That's going to be finished in May. It's going to be. Hopefully it's finished by the time you see this. 5. 5 times 10 is 50 plus 20 is 70. That means an hour and 10 minutes to complete my puzzle. I'm actually going to do it tomorrow, but I'm going to do the edge tonight. So it doesn't make a difference to you because you're all watching it on the same day probably. Yeah, it's honestly a pretty chill month. I go out of town for the second half of the month, but I'm going to have a lot of audiobook listening time and also just reading time. So really I'm fine with a huge TBR this month. I am chill. And I have a couple things that I want to get on the TBR, Libby holds and stuff, but mostly I'm just kind of vibing. So we'll see how this goes. You will see how this goes right now. I have to wait until tomorrow because it's 8:50 p.m. and I cannot do an hour and 10 minutes of puzzle before my bedtime. But you will see it right now. Okay, so hour and 10 minutes down. I feel like, I don't know, I'm happy with this. I don't know how many it's going to end up being. I'm down to do more this month. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. 8 books for us. Let's see what they are, or what they're going to be like. We have a black cover. So, by the way, we're outside. There might be bird noises or other noises that are common to the outdoors. I apologize. Actually, I don't, because it's beautiful out and probably it's nice ambiance. We are here for black cover. I have chosen Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, which has, you know, the base of the cover is black. This I'm going to get from my physical library. I've been interested in it for a while. I think it's probably going to be good. I've heard good things. Fairies, very fun. Encyclopedia, very fun. Yeah, I'm going to read that. We have one that was disliked on BookTube. For disliked on BookTube, I did some research for this, and I found a video that I can't remember who made it, but I will link it in the description, where someone like compiled a bunch of people's least favorite books from 2022, and like what were the most disliked books of 2022, and up there on that list was 9 Lives by Peter Swanson, which is an And Then There Were None retelling, and I love And Then There Were None retellings. It's like my favorite thing. So it's probably going to be bad because everyone says it's bad, but also like I'm very intrigued. So I'm going to read that. I have it on ebook. It was available right away. And that's the vibe. Might be bad. We'll see. I'm vlogging a lot in June, so it's like definitely possible. Actually, I think I'm vlogging pretty much all of June. So you'll definitely see me read this book at some point. And hopefully it'll be entertaining in some way. A one-word title. For one-word title, I had to get help, and the next prompt as well. I had to get help from Ruby Red. I asked in my group chat, please help, I don't know what to do for these prompts, and she came through. But I am reading, for a one-word title, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, which is a sci-fi. It's short. I think I'm going to listen to it on audio. Should be fun. I don't know much about it, but it comes recommended from Ruby, who I trust. So, yes. Some poetry. For poetry, another one I got help from Ruby, recommendation from Ruby. I'm reading Jane, a Murder by Maggie Nelson, which is like true crime poetry, which sounds great. And I really enjoyed Bluettes by Maggie Nelson. So I have high hopes for this one. steal from TikTok TBR. For Steal from TikTok TBR, this is the Ruby video, because TikTok TBR is Ruby's TBR game, and the prompt that I'm choosing to steal from, actually from her May board, because the June board isn't out yet, is greater than 500 pages, which is maybe a weird prompt to steal, but when I had the choice. It was actually funny because black cover and plants on the cover were both, which are, I gave a spoiler for a prompt that's coming later. Plants on the cover is one of the prompts I'm going to pick up later. Anyway, those two prompts were actually on her board, which was really funny, and those are like prompts I already got. Anyway, I stole greater than 500 pages because I want some really chunky audiobooks for my road trip later in the month. So I have chosen Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. I'm going to listen to this on audio on my road trip. I had this on a TBR before, actually, and didn't get around to it. And I've heard some mixed things. I've heard a couple people say they loved it, and a couple people say they hated it. So, we'll see. We'll see. Plants on the cover. For Plants on the cover, I told you it was coming. We are going with a Libby Holt that I already had, which is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. You know this. It's Talia Hibbert. It's her first YA romance. I've had it on hold for a while, and I've delivered later a couple times, but I'm ready to read it in June. A thriller. For thriller, I'm reading Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins because it's summer and that has a summery pink and yellow cover, and I think it's set on an island and, you know, good vibes. And I've heard it's good, so I really don't have much to say. But yeah, I'm gonna read it. And a reread. Interesting. Lastly, for reread, I'm going to reread a previous 5-star. I read this book, I'm going to say in 2019 probably, or even 2018, late 2018, because I read it within my first year of college. And that is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. This is a historical fiction that I loved. I adored it. I thought it was really, really good. And I've read a couple of other Jessie Burton books since, and I've liked them, but not quite as much. There's a sequel to this one, and I wasn't aware of it. I don't know if it came out recently, but I wasn't aware of it until recently. And I was like, oh, I have to reread The Miniaturist so I can read the sequel. So we'll see if it holds up as a favorite, as a 5-star. But that was so fast. That is my TBR for June and for Wonderthon. I will be reading probably most of these during Wonderthon, I think, because it's not that many, and I might as well just get them done in the first half of the month when I'm going to be reading a lot anyway. So some of these will be in my Wonderthon vlogs, and then after my Wonderthon vlog, I'm doing a road trip vlog, so you'll see these books in a vlog either way. And I hope you're having a great start to the month. I sure am. It actually hasn't started yet. It's May 25th, but I'm gonna speak it into existence that I'm having a great start to the month by the time I post this. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do the things. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.